This season for me is the greatest season of all and the greatest time of all, because everything that we read or we watch in the gospel, every word, every moment and movement, or every character is in the gospel. It challenges me, challenge a Catholic to celebrate and rejoice. All the reports, if we take a look at this report from St. Matthew, and the chief priest give the orders to the soldiers, or by the soldiers, and tell people to say that the disciples came and stole him at night and stole him. If we even take a look at this, just meditate on it, and it is quite interesting. Really interesting. Why? As you know, I went to Jerusalem. I went to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and I stayed there all night. I stayed the whole week. Every night I go there. I sat at the foot of the cross, really. The hole where you put your hand, where they planted the cross there. Just climb back and forth. Just love to be there. Imagine you can do that during this season. And then you go to the tomb of Jesus, where he laid. And every morning we have to kind of compete with the other, the other churches, the Orthodox churches, Mennonite, the Armenians. They're not a good group of people to talk to, but they're very good to me. The Greek kind of are intimidated with the Armenians, and the Romans are intimidated by the Greeks. So, and Armenians are so hard to work with. And then you have the Franciscans. The Franciscans in the Holy Land, they received the title as the protector of the Holy Land. You know that? Because a lot of Franciscans died there. St. Francis went over there and even talked to a Muslim. He converted many Muslims. So a lot of Franciscans died there. So they are still the protector. And so we have a part where you have in that Holy Sepulchre, the church, you have Franciscan and Armenians and the Greeks and the other kind Orthodox churches. They're divided into groups. And I was there, and the Armenians took over our time. We have, early in the morning, it's supposed to be 6 o'clock, and they took it over, and they squeeze us, and they do small time, so 6 to 7:30, you can squeeze in 20 minutes. We can come inside the tomb when we celebrate Mass. What happened is you have that sepulchre down low here. You go inside the tomb, and the one of the Franciscan friars would put a kind of a piece of a board, a wooden board there, and he would prepare the Mass for me, and I celebrate exactly on the tomb of Jesus. I still have the picture. They do not allow us to take the film, but I took my own selfie. This love. And they forbid us to chant, you know that? Yeah. They said, no chanting. Even like, the Lord be with you. No. Because that kind of offend them. I don't know why, but it's a tradition. You were there. And certainly all the words of God, the gospel would say, this tomb belongs to one of the disciples of Jesus, isn't it? Whose tomb is it? Who lent Jesus the tomb? Jesus had no tomb. Who was it?
Nicodemus.
No, Nicodemus did not have the tomb. Joseph Arimathea, right? So Joseph was his disciples, and he has the ownership of the body of Jesus Christ. You ask yourself the question, the disciples already have his body. Why have they steal it again? Does it make sense? And he has the paper. Now, why does he have to steal it? It's ours, it's my tomb. Why do you have to steal it? Does it make sense? Huh? Now, it is my tomb, and the best way is just to leave the body there. If Jesus really died and he did not rise from the dead, leave him there. Okay? And then the Jews went to Pontius Pilate and asked for soldiers to come there and guard. These are, they the conqueror of the world at that time. And the group, the 12 disciples or the 11, they don't know how to fight. Go there and steal, huh? What are you gonna do? They're gonna kill you, they slaughter you. Doesn't make sense at all. Huh? So you are there and you keep thinking, oh wow, you are there. I wish all of us are there. Let's go over there. And then, okay, it doesn't make sense really, it doesn't make sense. But we don't have the body of Jesus Christ at all. We cannot find his body except you go here, you find him here. If anybody said that the Christians stole Jesus, yes, he gave us his body, and we still have his body in our church. Not in that tomb, but in our church. Now we converted that tomb into a church. So the Eucharist is there. Now, what happened when, the question is what happened when you encounter the risen Lord? What happened? What happened when we encounter the risen Lord here at the Holy Eucharist? Now we have to learn from these women. Now you notice that Matthew reported Mary Magdalene and the other Mary. Who is the other Mary? Which one? Mary, yeah, wife of Cleopas, right? So Mary, and there's another Mary. At the foot of the cross. Now these two Mary were at the foot of the cross. How about the other one? Well, Jesus appeared first to these two Marys, right? As reported. Why shouldn't he appear to the one really was there all the way, all the time? So if you go to that place, the Holy Sepulchre, the Church Holy Sepulchre, you go to the tomb and you turn to on your left-hand side, okay, as you leave the tomb, left-hand side, there's a big church. The big church, the Catholic Church, the Franciscans is in charge of that. That is a place exactly just about a few steps away. That's where Jesus met his mother. The whole church is built for that, and that the whole scene of Jesus meeting his mother. Imagine Mary would have thought or remembered about the time Jesus went to the temple for 3 days, 3 nights. She lost, and she was lost, and she found him. She was found, and then 3 days again in the tomb. She lost him, but she knew she's gonna find him. Imagine that. What happened? What happened when you meet the risen Lord? There are several things. First of all, of course, you meet the risen Lord. You believe. You see him, you believe. You see him, you believe. The first thing, see and believe. The second, of course, you have good news. The good news. Now, the good news for us, when we have the news of having a child, the grandparents hearing your children about to have a child, I'm going to be a grandpa, a grandma. You're happy, right? When you hear the good news, you see, you believe, and you rejoice. And the word Jesus, when he greet these people, just like rejoice. Mary rejoiced like the archangel Gabriel came and said, rejoice. Hail Mary, rejoice. So you see him and you shine. See and shine because you're happy. Nobody can stop me from showing my happiness. And the third thing, of course, Jesus said, go tell. Go tell. So you sing, you share. Go tell. That's what you do. You see, you shine, and you share, or you sing the song. That's why we sing hallelujah. This should be the reaction or the response to us meeting Jesus here every day at the Holy Eucharist. Isn't that what we are doing every day? Do we feel that way? We meet him, we believe, we meet him. Of course, we rejoice, we shine. Now, joy is something shining like the sun, and we share, we sing the song of hallelujah. So let us meditate and receive him in this Holy Eucharist, meet him, and rejoice.